We looked at a cohort of every U.S. company that did a Series C financing between 2010 and 2015. So a decade later, 2025, we looked at how many of those Series C companies had actually exited, produced value for the employee shareholder for their shares. And it was only 38%. And if you had invested in every one of those Series C companies, you'd have over a 5x return on your investment.
Yeah.
So, it's difficult, I think, for a lot of employees of these companies that love their companies, or obviously if they're a founder, it's their baby, and things are going really well. And in a sense, it is, but just realistically, that's what every Series C, CEO of a Series C company thought to themselves when they closed that round. And the reality is, a decade later, 62% of them had yet to produce value. So, but if you had access or exposure to all of those companies, you would have created real wealth. In fact, I'd say on average, we only want to accept something like 15 to 20% of a customer's shares into the fund, but it creates a floor under your net worth. And it also allows you to create liquidity and all of the kind of wealth management strategies that are commonplace for public company executives, but just not been available to private company executives. You've been kind of tied to the mass, all or nothing binary outcome. And again, that's fine if it's a 3 or 4 year run, but if you're going to spend 12, 15 years of your life building a company, you really can't afford a miss.
You need a parachute.
Yeah. A backup plan.